Who doesn't love a good road trip? Whether it's a cross-country drive or a simple trip to the local supermarket, every car ride has the potential to become an exciting adventure. But for author Joe Netter, well, if you know Netter, I don't even need to warn you. His road trip didn't end well. In fact, it wound up becoming horrifying.
All right, so in March this year, I turned 40. That's important to know because of some changes men go through. I'm sure women too, but I don't like to think of women doing what we're going to talk about. Not that it's that major of a thing. We all do it, and some people really like it, especially in other countries. But we don't really need to get into that. All you have to know is I turned 40. Now, being that I've only lived here 2 years, I still find LA to be magical. I like to get in my car, I like to cruise around, listen to music, maybe smoke a little weed. Not when I'm driving, because that would be illegal. But one thing I've noticed in LA is there's traffic. A lot of traffic. So while I was cruising that day, I got that feeling hit that, geez, I need to go to the bathroom. Number one, not number two, I want to make that clear right now, because I'm not going to talk about a number two, because that would be inappropriate. So I looked around and I found a convenience store. I went inside and thought, okay, I need to pee pretty bad. Of course, there's no bathroom. I can't leave without buying something. It's just, I don't feel right. So I walked around the store and I thought, what am I going to buy? I might as well buy an energy drink. I love energy drinks. I'm waiting for a weed energy drink. I'm sure they're going to come at some time, and that's going to be the greatest thing in the world, because I'm sure it'll really help my love making a great deal. Not that it's bad. I don't want anybody to think it's bad. It's pretty decent. I come every time, so I mean, I got to be pretty good at it, right? So I got in my car, and this is where I made what I consider my first mistake. I immediately opened that energy drink and downed 3/4 of it, even though, 30 seconds before I was struggling not to piss myself. So I took that, drank 3/4, started the car, and decided, well, I'm gonna go on cruising. About 2 blocks down the road, I saw a car wash, one that you do by hand. I pull in, I get out, I put my $5 in. You get 10 minutes for $5. That's an amazing deal. So I pulled ahead, put my money in, started vacuuming, and noticed, well, there's that energy drink still, and there's a garbage here. I might as well chug the rest of it and throw it away. At that point, the feeling came on stronger than ever. I looked around, figuring, what the hell am I gonna do? I mean, there's no bathroom here, I know that. Now, the back side of the car wash, there's an alley and there's a concrete wall. I thought, okay, I'm gonna run back here. And I happened to catch out of the corner of my eye a sign for a daycare. I know if you get caught peeing in public, you're a sex offender for life. So I hopped in my car. I guess I should point out too, during this time, I'd been suffering through a case of bronchitis. I was maybe 35, 20, I don't know. How's that for weird guesstimation? 35, 20, I don't know. Seconds from exiting when I went into a coughing fit. I immediately knew that there was going to be an issue. I'm what they call a grower, not a shower. I go from 2 to 8. Well, more like 7, but I was taught in elementary school to round up. It's important to know that because it does get bigger. I don't want anybody to think it's small just because I'm a grower. Because when you're reaching down and you're wanting to pinch that head to keep it from coming out, you can't get it. You end up with a handful of balls. It's like mashing Play-Doh, and you're just kind of finessing it, just trying to keep it from going. And it ended up being a unfortunate thing because it didn't help. So as I squeezed, I began to urinate even more. So now I'm sitting and exiting onto Ventura Boulevard, holding my wiener, is that a good word to say, wiener, and testicles while piss is running through my fingers. And I quickly realized, well, there's no point in even holding it anymore. Now I'm just pissing on my hand, and it's just causing it to shoot in 4 directions instead of 1. And I think, okay, I'm just gonna let go and let it go. I live in a house that we rent. My landlord happens to live next door to me. He tends to, if he's outside and sees me pull up, he wants to come talk to me. So my first concern was pulling into the driveway and seeing him and having him come over. And having to explain to him that as a 40-year-old man, I just pissed my pants in the car on the way home in the middle of the day. For no reason. I mean, I've done it before when I've been drinking. I pull into my driveway, pull right up to the house as far as I can. I happen to look in my rearview mirror. And what I didn't notice is across the street, a new family was moving in. They had the rental truck, they were outside with their kids. And I immediately thought, well, fuck. And as I was looking, I noticed they all went inside. And I thought, okay, here's my moment. I'm gonna make the run for it. So I opened the car door, got out, and glanced down. The seat was covered in piss. There was a puddle. I mean, I would, if I'm going to be honest, if Ari Lehman leaped out of it and pulled me down, I would not have been surprised one bit. That was the point that I knew I had to make a phone call, because I guess the other thing I should share is it wasn't my car. It belonged to my girlfriend, Sarah. So I knew I had to call her. And when I called her, she was horrified. What? That's supposed to be a story about me being horrified? Okay. I got nothing.